Hello and welcome to Lauren's Travels. I am finally checking off the last Universal hotel that I have to stay at, which is Loew's Royal Pacific Resort. This is one of the premier hotels on Universal property, so it does include express and early park admission, as well as the water taxi or walking path to get over to the parks. We are staying in a standard king room, but we do have a view of the bay that takes you over to the water parks with the water taxi. This is a beautiful resort. It's all themed to the South Polynesian Islands, so you're gonna see lots of pretty orchids around the resort, frogs, and like stone sculptures, fountains. It's beautiful. It is a cold day though, so the pool is unfortunately closed, but you can still see it, so I'll make sure to show that to you later on. We are also eating at Jake's tonight, which is a restaurant here inside the resort, so I'm happy to be able to show you the hotel as well as one of the restaurants here on property. But enough talking, let's get on with the tour. I'm gonna show you first our room and then the grounds of the hotel. So let's get started. So we do have the king bed over here, but we also have a couch, which doubles as a pull-out couch. So technically, I believe 3 people can fit in this room here. And then you have the beautiful orchid motif on the wall. And look, we could see one of the water taxis going by right now. So this makes for a really pretty view. I love how green that water is. And then we do have a desk here, so if you need to do any work while you're here, which hopefully you don't have to, you have this writing desk here, as well as tons of outlets. I'm seeing outlets here on the desk, and we also have outlets here on the nightstand, so plenty of room to charge whatever you need to. Of course, we have this old school phone here, so if you do have to call like for front desk, concierge, room service, or wake-up call or anything like that, you'll do it all with the phone provided. Right when we walk in, the vanity is here. We've got a really pretty mirror. It looks almost like a flower. I like it. And of course, we have towels and everything that we need. We've got some soaps and cups. And then of course we have the restroom right here. Pretty small for the restroom, but we really don't need that much space. It's just the 2 of us here. And a tall walk-in shower available as well. Closet's pretty basic. You've got your safe, hangers if you need to hang up anything, and we've just kind of thrown all our stuff in there for now. And this is the dresser, also doubles as the TV stand here, but they've got like these fun leather straps that you can use to open it up. Of course, we got a mini fridge. We've already got some lovely beverages in there. And we have a coffee maker with teas and coffees ready to go and creams and sugars. We can actually see Dr. Doom's Fearfall right next to our window out here. And then all the way over there is Velocicoaster. You could see the top of it. Oh, there it goes. So cool to be able to see the rides right from our hotel window. So right when you get to the resort, you'll walk across this bridge. Tons of frogs are here to welcome you in. They're all playing different musical instruments. And you have these beautiful flowers and foliage, and you can hear the waterfall down there. Super relaxing entrance. There's also tons of bamboo trees, which if you got to watch my Murakami video, you'll know that I love bamboo trees, especially that sound when they hit against each other. It's just super relaxing vibes. It makes for a very beautiful entrance before even going into the lobby, which is also stunning in its own right. Then as we walk into the lobby, as you can tell, it is nice, wide open, airy. And they've got these beautiful like things hanging down from the ceiling. I can't even tell what they are, but everything has that like hand carved look to it. Including this amazing artwork here. It looks like 3-dimensional with all the different kinds of animals. So cool. They have these on each side, so this one is a little bit different. This one looks like a war zone, though, with the horses going against each other like that, so not as calming and soothing as the other one. And right now it is required to wear your masks indoors, so things are always changing, but that is the current safety policy right now. So when you walk in, you'll have the concierge, and this is the front desk check-in area. Check-in went pretty fast. You can always do a pre-check-in online before coming into the resort. And they do have seating areas here if your room is not ready and you'd like to relax before checking in. The Tuk Tuk Market is here. It's kind of like their grab and go area, so you can get some snacks or treats while you are hanging out at the resort. They also have the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines here to get any drink you'd like. They also have these giant pretzels that I'm seeing here. I may have to get one of these later on. They have a plain soft and then a jalapeno soft pretzel. And if you want to bring something fun up to your room, they have plenty of adult beverages here. This is the current selection of what they have to offer. The Orchid Court Lounge is here, and they have a beautiful chandelier. We're gonna have to come back at night to see it all lit up. But they have sushi here as their main offering. Large dining area too, with big screen TV back there if you wanted to watch the game, I guess. But what is most beautiful is this awesome fountain that you can see from every angle inside of the lobby. Look at it, it's so pretty. This makes for a gorgeous view. We got these beautiful orchids everywhere. And this is a look of the fountain from the front. This is amazing. So much detail in all of the furniture around this resort. You can see a little flower right there. So the Islands dining room is here. I think they are only open for breakfast and dinner. I know for the breakfast they have the option of a buffet. And then this is a look at their dinner menu. Let's see if we can get a peek of what it looks like inside since we're not eating at this restaurant tonight. Lots of frogs. But the restaurant we are eating at a little bit later on tonight is Jake's, which is the American bar here. Jake is actually the storyline for this resort. He is the pilot whose plane is right outside. These are their hours in case you want to eat at Jake's while you're here. And there's a little bit of a reflection, so I apologize, but this is a layout of the resort. The main parking is right out front of the lobby, and you can get to either tower from that parking area. Mostly everything is connected to the main lobby here. And then further towards the back, there's the pool and the boat dock to take the water taxi over to the theme parks. And from Jake's outside, you can get a beautiful view of the bridge that we walked over when we checked in, and they have the waterfalls right underneath. That makes for a nice view. So as you can see, the pool is closed today. They have that Royal Bali Sea boat back there. So when it is warm, those jets will pop off and lots of water will spray out. So it makes for a fun play area for smaller ones. And then you do have the bar, it looks like over there, which I'm sure would be open during normal hours. The Bula Bar and Grill is what it's called. And each of the chairs have a QR code on them, so you can scan and get what the menu is. Normally at Premier Resorts, they do have team members that will bring out any food or drinks to you that you order, so everything feels like a first class kind of feeling while you're here at the Premier Resorts. Now because of COVID, they're not doing the luau, but that is on my bucket list still, so whenever the COVID restrictions are over, hopefully they'll bring that luau back because I am dying to see it. This is where they normally do the luau. Looks like there's a pretty stage right over there. And they also have this area on the grass. I wonder if they perform on both sides. Big, wide, open space. I'm sure they have all the tables set up in here normally. I can't decide between the Portofino Bay or this one, which one is more beautiful, but both are definitely different from each other. This is also one of the resorts that does conferences. So if you are coming here for a conference, they do make it pretty easy for you to find where those conferences are located. Here's a look at the game room here on site. It's pretty spacious actually, and there's no one in here. It makes for a fun activity of something to do at the resort, especially if it's raining or a little too cold. You guys want to be inside for a little bit. Some fun gaming options. Right across the pool is the Treasures of Bali store. It looks like a lot of this is stuff that you would want to wear by the pool, which is obviously not a day like today, but let's go check out what is inside. I see candles. It's immediately where I'm drawn to. And they're from Magic Candle Company. They're my favorite. We actually have quite a bit of a collection of theirs at home. And they have ones for the resorts. I love that. They've got a cool digital sign here right by the pool. Also has the QR codes for the menus, which is convenient. But yeah, as you can see, it's currently 52 degrees, so no pool time today. Volcano Bay also closes when it gets this cold, so just keep that in mind if you are heading here during the winter months. I don't want to film the full gym because there are people in there, but they do have a gym on site and it's pretty spacious. Looks like their hours are 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., but you do have to bring your room key, so don't forget that. It's a cool little symbol for the gym too, with that guy flexing. They've got these beautiful statues too as you're walking through. It's a little backlit right now, but very gorgeous detail. Seriously, this may be beating Portofino right now for me. There's just so much detail in all of these like carvings. I wonder how long it took to make this one. It almost feels like I'm in an art museum. The water taxi is here. They do their own security checks, so you don't have to do it when you get to City Walk. And they will take you right over to the theme parks. There's also shuttles for Volcano Bay when it is open. And we did get pretty close for some photos and videos there, but obviously don't go in the water. Just don't do it. So after walking around most of this resort, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite resorts so far. I have to really sit down and do like a really in-depth overview and thoughts and overall review of all of these resorts. So look forward to that in the near future, because after staying at all of them, I do have some thoughts that I want to share. But I love it here so far. Highly recommend. And if you're a Florida resident, they usually have deals. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're wanting to come stay here. This is also one of the resorts that you can bring your pet. If you have a dog or a cat, you can bring it. I think it's a $100 fee. And they actually also have options for food for your pets that they bring to the room. But I believe you do have to stay in a standard kind of room in order to bring your pet. And of course they have the Toco gifts here. It looks like they have the Universal souvenirs that you may have forgotten to take while you were in the theme parks to bring home to family and friends. There's a whole Harry Potter side, of course. Got some Velocicoaster in here too. And we are in Tower 1, which thankfully all of the towers connect to the lobby, so it's pretty easy to get from the lobby to your room. Jake is the American pilot who fell in love with a native when he shipwrecked. He fell in love with her, then tried to find her after the war. He couldn't find her and kept leaving notes for her at Jake's. Jake's plane is what we can see when we're boarding the water taxis to head over to the theme parks. The theming around the restaurant was really cool. I loved the jukebox they had playing in the corner when you walk in, and it does feel like a pilot's bar. There are little figurines of airplanes and all kinds of things that looks like it was belonging to Jake's, like his jacket and personal photos and pictures of the Islanders, and it did really feel like it was fitting that storyline and theming, which is another great example of how these theme parks can bring their theming outside of the parks into the hotels on site, and I love that about these hotels at Universal. If you are ordering an appetizer, go for the homemade pretzel rods. They're served with tangy mustard, 4-cheese stout fondue, and it's a good vegetarian option for those that are looking for one. I ordered the shrimp mac and cheese, but to be honest, it wasn't delicious in my opinion. My husband Alex ordered the bomber burger. He enjoyed it, but the side with the truffle parmesan fries, extra tasty. Celebrating a birthday, had to get some dessert. I ordered the churro bread pudding, and that was also devoured very quickly. I want to go back to Jake's and try different entrees, but everything else I had, I really enjoyed, and I think you'll enjoy Jake's too when you go. And of course, a huge benefit to staying at a premier hotel is having that express pass. We didn't wait pretty much at all throughout our visit to the parks. We only stayed half a day. And so I really think it helps with flexibility, going early in the morning and getting what you want done, and really just having a game plan. You also get to have those little moments throughout the day where you can just kind of explore the parks and take it all in. that was my stay here at the Loews Royal Pacific Resort. I had an amazing time. I will be coming back here. I want to take my mom here. I think she'd love it. If you have any questions about my stay, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and stay tuned for my overall review of all of the Universal resorts I've stayed at. I'm very excited to make that video. I will see you next time on Lauren's Travels. Bye!